All right, students, welcome to our online class for week 3, class 2. So it's Thursday, February the 1st. And so before we get started, we are going to do a couple of activities, but chapter 2 is all about time management. So before we go any farther, I'm going to put a list on the screen. When I'm done putting the list on the screen, I'm going to allow 5 minutes to go by because in those 5 minutes, I would like you to memorize the list that is on the screen. So I'm simply going to put the words on the screen. I'm going to then give 5 minutes of silence to allow you to memorize this list. The first word is bread. The second word is vitamin D milk. The third word is ham. The fourth word is cheese. The fifth word is lettuce. The sixth word is Greek yogurt. The seventh word is skim milk. The eighth word is vitamins. Then our second list. The ninth word is strawberries. The 10th word is bananas. The 11th word is flaxseed waffles. The 12th word is Eggo waffles. The 13th word is grape juice. The 14th word is Powerade. The 15th word is cat litter. And your 16th word is toilet paper. So now I would like you to take 5 minutes to simply memorize this list. All right, so that's been 5 minutes. Do not write this list down. Simply keep it in your memory bank and we're going to move on here. So under course content, which I'm going to go to, you are going to print out this time schedule. So let me get to your course content. So you're going to go to course content. You're going to go to Part 1 Foundations. And then down here, you're going to see time log. There's another example. We're not using that one yet. So you're going to click here on daily time schedule. So what I want you to do here is print it out, or you can type in it first, whatever you would like to do. It doesn't matter to me. Or you can print it out and handwrite on it. So go ahead and fill out your name and G number. And then what I want you to do is think about tomorrow. And so I want you to plan from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. I want you to keep a log listed here of what you think you are going to do. So you can base it off of your previous Fridays or what you have planned exactly for Friday. So today's Thursday, you should be watching it. So we are going to actually write down what we think and what time it's going to take place on Friday from the time that we wake up till the time that we go to bed. So if you're waking up at 7 a.m. and you're going to bed at 11:30 p.m., I want you to list everything you think you are going to do and right here in this column the time in which you did it. Okay? So that is your time schedule. So it's found under course content. Okay? Coming back here, so once you get done with that, go ahead and place it to the side. We're going to use it here in just a bit. So go ahead and make sure that you fill that in. But we're going to go ahead and start with the chapter material. So when we look at common time management problems, our biggest one is going to be procrastination. And you may think you are the only person that actually procrastinates. However, when we look at statistics, research tell us about 80 to 95% of college students procrastinate. So if going through this whole chapter you say, none of this relates to me, then you are in the 5 to 20% that don't procrastinate. So some of these tools may be helpful for you, but you may already do this. Some of you are like me. We are type A. We are born loving calendars. We are born loving writing stuff down. We have 3 or 4 calendars. We have whiteboards with things written on them. So if you are like me, come along for the ride, help educate others. But for the rest of you, the approximately 80 to 95% that do procrastinate, these are going to be some tips for you on how to manage your time properly, right? So in order to do that, we have to first figure out why we actually procrastinate. What is causing us to procrastinate? So there are several different factors that research tells us cause us to procrastinate. One is that fear of failure or success. We put it off and put it off because we know or we think we know that we are not going to be successful at something. So I don't study for that test. I put off that homework, or I don't even do that homework because it's already a tough concept for me and I think that I'm going to fail anyway. On the reverse side, some people procrastinate because they know they are going to be successful and then now more things are going to be expected of them and they're on a different level. And so some people may put it off because they know what the success will be coming and they're fearful of what the expectations will be after they are successful. Next, we are procrastinating because we are easily distracted. As I told you, recent research says we must look down at our cell phones alone for every 4 minutes. And so we live in a society with constant distractions due to technology, whether it's TV, whether it's music, whether it's computer, internet, phone. We do not have to be bored. We have distractions all around us. And that's not even including people around us, the environment we are in, going down Interstate 45 with cars all around you, noises, sounds. So on a daily basis, we are easily distracted, and technology has only amped that. Next, we procrastinate because we find it difficult to follow through on our goals. So that's what chapter 1 was about. It was to address this issue. People find it difficult to follow through with their goals if it's not a SMART goal, if it's not specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or set to a timetable. So in order to deter this procrastination, we want to make sure that we are setting SMART goals. Next, people will procrastinate because they are perfectionists. They only want to do it one time, or they want to do it one time and that it's correct. And so many times people will procrastinate until they have that perfect time to work on it, or they think they have that allotted time, or they've ran it through their brain enough to where now they think they are ready to do it. So people who are perfectionists will also participate in procrastination. And then we will procrastinate if we find it irrelevant or boring. So unfortunately, studying and schoolwork may be put off because these first hours are core. They may have nothing to do with your major right now, or you're not even sure what your major is. And so it's very easy to put off college algebra or English Comp 1 or English Comp 2 because we all have to have those even though you may not think it's relevant to you or boring. And so we have to find a way to make those things relevant, to attach some significance to it. So, my note card would say, common time management problems. Why procrastinate? Procrastination will be the biggest one. Would the reverse side of my note card say fear, distracted, goals, perfectionism, and boring? No, that's what your notes are for, right? So again, the back of my note card would say FDGP, right? Whatever you want that to mean. So I can say fire department got peanut butter. I don't know if that's just what I quickly made. But you need to use the mnemonics on the back of your note card. And if you say why procrastinate and you know, oh, that's FDGPB, and you turn it over and that's correct. Now what does FDGPB stand for? If you don't know it, now I open my notebook and I read fear, distracted, goals, perfectionism, boring. If I don't know it, if I do know it, then I put it back into my stack for next week. And then next week I go back and I go over it, and I do that every week, adding more chapters and more note cards until I get to that midterm. We don't have a midterm in here, but these are skills you should be developing now and using in all of your classes. So I'm about the 13-minute mark with this video, so I'm going to stop it. This will be video 1, and so you will need to open up video 2. These videos will go in 15-minute segments.